Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I am so excited to be filming today's video as it is the very first time that I have been tagged in a YouTube video tag. My friend Stephanie Marie, if you are not already following her, check her out. I will link her channel below. She tagged me in this video. She does skincare, beauty, makeup, a little bit of lifestyle, and I promise you she is just as sweet as you see on camera. She made the beauty brand superstar tag, and what that tag is to focus on a variety of brands that you use and what you feel the top 1 or 2 products are from that brand that you think are the real superstars of the range. So I've picked 6 different brands that I am constantly reaching for, and I tried to limit it to 2 from each brand, but on a couple of them I did have to increase the number to 3. So I'm going to share with you what I feel their standout superstar products are, and so if you're interested in learning a little bit more about those products, stay tuned. First up is IT Cosmetics, and the first product is the Bye Undereye Illumination. This is one of my favorite under eye concealers. One of my biggest issues that I have with my under eyes is darkness. I oftentimes don't get 8 hours of sleep, and even when I do, I feel like I just naturally have dark under eyes. So I'm always looking for products that are going to help correct for that, which I feel like this does. It not only conceals, but it corrects. And another reason why I like it so much is that it has an illumination component. So it's going to reflect light back and really kind of fool the eye and make it look much lighter under the eye. It's what I have on today, and you need the smallest amount of this, you guys. It's super full coverage. It's apparently waterproof, although I cannot attest to having had tried that. You need the smallest amount, and that's one of the things that I'm a fan of. I feel like when you put too much product under your eye, it only ages you. It kind of settles in to the skin under your eye, which is super thin. So yep, hero product here, and I've had this tube I think for like a year. Smallest amount goes a long way. It's fantastic. So I realize that not everyone sets their under eye concealer, and I think this kind of depends on the person, the product. I personally do like to set my under eye with a very small amount of powder, and I'm very selective about those powders. As I've said before, I don't want to have a lot of product under my eye. I don't want it to age me, but one of the products that I found really helps with that is the Bye Pores Illumination. Now, Bye Pores, you're thinking the rest of your face, but I really like this powder, and actually I only use it under my eye. I use the smallest amount, and I actually use the little puff that comes with it. It's got the powder here, and then underneath it's got the puff. And I just lightly press into the powder and then press it onto the skin. And I find that it sets the concealer so well, and it leaves my concealer in place all day long. I don't always use this product with the IT Cosmetics concealer, and I found regardless of what concealer I use it with, I do get that lasting effect. Now I will say that the drawback with this product is that it comes in one translucent shade, so I'm not quite sure how it would work on deeper skin tones, but this is one of those products that I find myself reaching for time and time again. As I mentioned, I found it difficult to stick to 2 products for IT Cosmetics as they make my favorite brushes. These are just some of the face brushes that I have, and most of these are IT Cosmetics. I find they're super high quality. They apply my products like a dream. They clean very well and hold their shape. I am a huge fan of these, and so I'm going to be sharing with you a few of my favorite ways to save money if you're looking to invest in some new brushes. There's a variety of options for you if you're looking to integrate IT Cosmetics brushes into your collection. One of my favorites is on QVC. You can purchase a product like this blush, and for a few dollars extra you can get the kit with a free brush. Now, 2 of my favorite face brushes are the Heavenly Luxe Wand Ball Powder Brush, and then this one is the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection Brush. Each of these on QVC's website are $48. However, currently they have a set where you get both of these for $39.50. It doesn't quite seem to make sense, but I promise you it's out there as of right now on March 3rd. So if you are looking to purchase some brushes, beef up your collection, definitely check that out. There are ways to save money on these brushes, and they're great. These are probably some of the best brushes that I've used. Next up is arguably my favorite cosmetic brand, and that is Hourglass. I found this was probably the most difficult brand to really narrow down on what I felt the hero products were. So like IT Cosmetics, I have 3 favorites. And I think it's probably best to start with the Ambient Lighting powders. I remember when these first came out, what was it, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, there was a lot of confusion around these because people didn't quite understand them. I think people thought that they were highlighters, and so they were disappointed. Well, they're not highlighters, they're finishing powders. And what I like most about these is that the various powders mimic different lighting effects. Luminous light, radiant light, mood light. So you're able to mimic that lighting on your skin with makeup instead of the actual lighting. My favorite ambient lighting powders are in this trio. And you can mix all of these together to provide an overall glow to the skin, which is great, but my favorite way to apply these are strategically in different areas on the skin. So this middle one is incandescent light. I like to use that to kind of highlight my cheekbones and underneath my eye. And then over here on this side is radiant light, and I like to use that sometimes to kind of blend in my bronzer a little bit more. And then everywhere else where I didn't place those two shades, I place dim light, which is really great at kind of blurring pores and giving an overall airbrushed finish to the skin. So mimicking the look of light doesn't just stop with the ambient lighting powders, it extends to their other powders. So blushes are an example. This is my favorite blush. It's Mood Exposure, and it's just one of many beautiful blushes that they have. And for their blushes, they have swirled through and marbled the different ambient lighting powders. So Mood Exposure has mood lighting that is mixed in. So how you would apply these are to swirl your brush in the powder and then apply it to the skin. This doesn't really look like anything special in the pan, and even swatching it on your hand if you go into Sephora or Nordstrom isn't really going to give you the whole effect that these have. Applying this to the skin, it just does something really special. I feel like this particular shade is kind of like my natural flesh color, and I feel like this works on a variety of skin tones, and I'm constantly getting compliments on this particular shade. So the same is true with bronzers. This is a travel size of the Luminous Bronze Light. This is my all-time favorite bronzer. I think it looks gorgeous on the skin. They have 4 different bronzing shades, and I think I'm going to be picking up a full size of this the next Sephora VIB sale. And let me know if you guys would be interested in a dedicated Hourglass video. It's a brand that I am pretty obsessed with. Anything that they come out with, usually I pick up. So if you're interested in kind of a dedicated brand review, definitely let me know in the comments below. So next up is probably my second favorite makeup brand, and that is Laura Mercier. Now she's probably most well known for complexion. However, for me personally, I find that her Caviar Eye Sticks take the prize. These are fantastic products. They're a bit pricey. I think these retail for $28 each, but they're so versatile. I can create a variety of looks with these. They allow me to work with them for a period of time, and then they set. And when I say they set all day. I'm a nurse. I apply my makeup at about 5:15 every morning when I'm working, and I have full expectation that it's gonna stay all day long. I don't have time for touch-ups. Regardless of how crazy my day is, they're staying put. So my favorite shades, probably the first one that I ever tried was Amethyst, and I'm not sure if you guys are able to see that, but it's a really pretty purpley taupe. There's also a little bit of warmth to this, so I know that a variety of undertones, whether you're warm or cool toned, can wear this. Next up is Plum, and this is probably my second favorite shade. And this is a beautiful plum color. And I use this to line my eyes a lot, and I will kind of use my finger or a Q-tip or a brush to kind of smooth that in a little bit and smudge it, and then it stays all day. And last but not least, this is a travel size of Rose Gold, and I use this a lot to kind of highlight, you probably won't be able to see that on my skin. I use this a lot to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner, but these are really great. They blend out like a dream, and if you're looking for something simple but also gives a really special look to the eyes, definitely check these out. I've also picked these up in kits. I know around the holidays, Laura will have kits where you get 4 of the travel size for a discounted price. And then I know that this shade Copper, I picked this up last year. Sephora had some kind of bronze Sephora favorites kits. They usually come out with that kit every single year, but they had a full size of this and that, and I think it was like a $48 kit, and so that was a really great deal. So my second product was a bit difficult for me to narrow down, but I was committed to aiming for 2 per brand. And my second product from Laura Mercier is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder and Highlight 01. This is a gorgeous highlight. I find that this is very neutral. You can use this with either warm or cool makeup looks, and Given that it says that it's a matte powder, you might be a little bit confused about that because it's a highlight. But what it does is it gives a really beautiful glow to the skin. There's no sparkle, there's no shimmer, it doesn't accentuate texture, fine lines, pores, or anything like that. If you have more mature skin, I think you would really like this. This is great for every day, but I've also used this on special occasions. I can't get enough of this. This will always be in my collection. Next up is Laura Geller, and I think one of her products that she's most well known for are her baked blushes. These are really beautiful. They remind me a lot of the Hourglass ones. The Hourglass ones are still my favorite, but these are so beautiful. If you're looking to integrate some of these into your collection, I know that Ulta in their 21 Days of Beauty at least annually has one of the blushes. This one is Pink Buttercream, and it's a super pretty pink shade. I think I applied it earlier today on the apples of my cheeks. And I also have 2 sample sizes, and I think I got both of these at Ulta as a free gift with purchase. This one is Honeysuckle. Not sure if you guys can see that. And then this one is Tropic Hues. But as you can see, it's got a beautiful marbling of different pigments, and they just look beautiful on the skin. If you're looking to save time, especially in the morning, maybe you don't have time to put on a highlight, but want a little bit of a glow to your skin, definitely check these out, or the Hourglass blushes, as I think it may be able to save you a step in the morning, but it not look so flat on your skin. This next product I have talked about quite a bit. It was one of my 2017 top beauty finds. I've used it in a lot of the Get Ready With Me videos that I've done on Instagram Live, and I will try to do some here on YouTube. This is the Fortifying Lashes Eyelash Primer. This is my favorite primer. One of the reasons is that it's black. I find that I struggle a lot with the white ones because I'll put it on, things look great, and then I'll go with my mascara and I'm struggling to really cover all of the remaining white, and then I kind of mess everything up. So that's one reason. Another reason is that I feel like it really lengthens, it provides volume, it separates my lashes, and any mascara that I put on over this kind of plays nice with this, so that I think that's great. And the final reason is that I can just use this alone. I can use this as a primer and a mascara and just be out the door. And one more thing, this does not flake on me. I don't have the time or patience to be cleaning up underneath my eye, especially during my work days, so this is definitely a keeper for that reason alone. Next up is Bare Minerals, and this first product is one that I don't really understand why it's not talked about more. It's the 5-in-1 BB Advanced Performance Cream Eyeshadow. I don't know how many of these I own, I don't know how many of these I've gone through, but the number's up there. These are some of my favorite products. It's my favorite product to prime my eyes. I find it does a really great job of increasing the longevity of my eyeshadow, and really any eyeshadow look that I put on over this looks great. I also use these as a base shadow because these do have a color to them. And if you're also looking for something that's really easy, a quick one and done, I oftentimes use this shade Rich Camel just kind of all over my lid, blending it upwards, and it looks really pretty. If you're also looking for something that's skin tone, that's going to cancel out any of the darkness or blood vessels that you have on your eyelids, this is great. And the last reason why I love these is that it's got SPF. This is an area of your face that I oftentimes think we forget, we neglect in terms of SPF protection. So this is great. There's no irritation to my eyes. Can't get enough. And I do have one more concealer. This is the BareSkin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. This is a great concealer. It is very different, however, from the IT Cosmetics one that I talked about previously. This is much thinner. It's got that serum texture. However, given the thinness of this, I'm really quite blown away by how much coverage I can get. I mainly use this like the IT Cosmetics underneath my eyes, but you can also use this anywhere on the face. It's really beautiful. It's able to set, and I find that it lasts quite a long time. I'm not really much of a fan of really packing on concealer, so this is a really great option, and it's another product that I don't really think is talked about enough. The one thing that I will share with you is that when you first buy this, they may have since changed the packaging a little bit, but it's got a really wide lip, I guess that's how you would describe that. So you do get quite a bit of product that comes out, and sometimes it can get a bit messy. However, if you can deal with that, it's a great concealer. Alright, finishing things up with Marc Jacobs, and his eyeliners are some of my favorites. These are the Highliner Gel Eye Crayons. I have 3 shades. I've got a black, I've got Jazzberry, which is a really pretty raspberry color, and then Rococo, which is a really nice warm chocolate shade. These are great because they're gel. So you find that you're not really going to be tugging at your eyelids to apply these. You're able to work with them for a little bit before that they set. And I think that these come in a lot of fun colors. If you're not wanting to do anything too crazy with your eyeshadow, but you want to experiment a little bit, maybe with a violet or a blue, you can do that with eyeliner. And the second product is a lip product. I am not a liquid lipstick girl. I have chronic dry lips, and I find that most liquid lipstick formulations just enhance the dryness and feel so uncomfortable on my lips. However, his Le Marc Liquid Lip Creme, I'm not quite sure how to say that. These are my favorite liquid lipsticks, and I don't even know if you'd really consider these a full liquid lipstick because they don't quite dry down. I have two shades. I was initially introduced to these from Influencer. I got the shade Hot Cocoa, which is probably like the perfect 90s brown. And then the second shade that I picked up on my own is Slow Burn, and I know that they have this in the regular lipstick, and it's one of their most popular shades. These are really beautiful. I can see if I can swatch these for you. This is Hot Cocoa up top and then Slow Burn at the bottom. They're really beautiful shades. Unfortunately, they're mostly all nudes. I'm hoping that they expand this range as it's a really great formulation. I find that even given that it doesn't quite dry down all the way, I'm able to get a good amount of longevity out of these. But yeah, overall these are great, and frequently you will find these in my scrub top. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching and spending a little bit of your day with me. If you like this video, consider giving me a like, and if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. I would love to have you here on a regular basis. I hope you enjoy learning a little bit more about those hero products that I have from some of my favorite brands. And if you haven't already checked out Stephanie Marie's channel, definitely check that out. I'll be linking her below. I really think that you'll like her videos. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.